Right, so I'm gonna continue with making a couple of inserts now for the journal. I've taken a piece of A4 paper, you know, any size you want, and I'll fold in half. I'm doing like you know, one of those pockets. I have cut off, I would say 1 inch because of the width of my journal. All right, so it's going to go there, and then I'm going to have a top as well, so that the actual pocket is going to come to here. Okay, so but that is about right, which my journal at the moment, I should tell you, I suppose, is nearly 5.5 really. So this is 4 3/4. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, I usually take like a template or something like that. I've done this, so I actually quite like the shape of that, so I'm just going to draw around the top for that. So I'll just do that. And you can either do that and then cut it all together, or you trace the other side. It's up to you. You just got to make sure everything's square. But it's not really, but then I'll correct it after. That's what I do. So I try and to get that sort of, you know, I'll move my wrist around. Okay, and then I'll do that. Okay. Then I'm going to score the top. You don't need to, but I am, because I want it, you know, equal. Sometimes I might fold it a little bit differently. So look where we think that should be. Oops. I might have to do it all together. Don't press too hard on paper though. So go through it. So about 1 inch. Yeah, I think that'll work if I could see. I need to put my head forward really. So that's okay, I can see the line. Okay, why I want to do this is because I've got a bit of paper left from something I was cutting with Tim Holtz stuff, so I thought, do you know what, that could go in there. So it's I'm going to have that one, and I'm going to have that one. I think that's cool. And you can put inside, you can actually put music paper or something, which is quite nice, which I think I'm going to do. Actually, I'm not going to use music paper. I forgot that I actually done a few of these last night. Actually done only 2 because of the football and everything. But I thought that would be nice. So this is my test print. Actually, do you know what? I used my inkjet last night. That was standard. That was on high, and there was no difference whatsoever at that Canon. Hardly any. Just maybe slightly less saturation in the colour, but that's perfect. Nothing wrong with that. And I only printed one of these, but I thought that might look nice instead, because as you know, I'm using bits of Tim Holtz left. So either or, actually. I wanted, yeah, no, I prefer that one. Yeah. So I'm going to utilise that. Okay. So I'm just going to cover the whole of that inside. Yeah, like that. Because this is only thin copier paper, so I need to do something. I've done one of these recently on my unfinished projects, so I thought, oh, I've got that Tim Holtz to use up, so this will go in nicely as a little insert. So yeah, I usually do sort of like 3 little insert things. So the next one I'll do it out of envelopes. So I'm actually doing one of those. I'm not sure whether I'm going to keep that plain, if you know what I mean, and actually come down. I actually quite like that, so I'm not going to cut. Sometimes I'll cover that with the same as the inside, but it actually looks all right, so I'm going to leave it. So but all I'm going to do is ink up a bit. And then these 2 I will cover separately. All right, we don't want any more bulk there. Let's see if I can find my ruler. Here we go. So I think 4 will be all right. Yeah. 4. No, by 3 3/4, something like that. Let's do 4. I'm safe then. Yes, I will be using that. Cut 2 that size. Okay, so it's going in the journal like that, yep. That will go there, and that will go there. That's got to go the other way. That will go there. And that's perfect. Okay, so that's all done. Okay, and I just inked up that a bit, and all you got to do now is stick this bit down. And then you have it to go in the journal. I'm not sure which one it will go in, but it can go. I usually like these towards the centre, or else they've got quite a long way to go, you know, when time you put everything in. Okay, so this will go, I mean, it can actually go in the centre. I've got that now. So So I shall, yeah, can't really go there. That's where I normally like it. Mind you, it still looks okay. So I think I'm going to carry on because I don't know what's going to go there yet. Let's have a look. I feel like I'm missing a few pages here. Actually, I think that might be all right. Ah. Nope. I'm going to have a look. Another one. That's not going to sit in there. Oh yeah, I've got a pocket in there, right? It's got to be this one. Oh, I've got a pocket in there too. Yeah. There we go. This has to be the right page. There's no flaps or anything here. I might even put that there. That can sit in there. Yep. Okay, right. Envelope one now. The one thing I forgot, okay? I got a stitch around it. Oh dear, and cover the inside as well, but not worried about that for a minute. I'm telling you, it was a late night last night after the football. Dear. All right, so yeah, I usually stitch around mine, okay? And then I'll put that together. You would have got a lot in there, would you? Okay, what should we... should we put something... I'm not going to do that because I'm not sure what's going to go by the page, so I'm going to leave it. And that's... I just wanted to use that. Well, that bit there is not important until I know what goes there. Okay, so I'll go ahead and stitch that in a minute. And then show you. And this one is my template. I use the window to draw around sometimes, so I'll just get another envelope. Right, I got my envelope. Now this was already pre-cut down. Okay, and it goes with my template if I need it. Okay, because it's the same size envelope. And this piece is one I use on my inkjet, and then I mark other pages with it. Yeah, because I soak it in tea, put it on the back of the other papers, and then it fades and everything. But I think because of the way, I'm just going to have a look, but I have a feeling that looks quite nice there. So I'm just saying I might have a look at the other side as well. Yeah. And because of how faded that is, that actually looks really nice blended into here. And again, this can be a pocket. So, you know, this can be just the background. Yeah, but I will have a look at on the other side as well. I'm not sure what will be there. Oh, and that's quite nice too, look. Actually, that I might do that. That might look quite nice. Nice faded beads there, and it goes in with this. Because that's what I'm looking at. I like that. Yep. Yeah. And I'm going to come in a bit like that, because this is going to be an envelope, you see, like that. All right, so I'm just going to come in a bit. Now don't worry about that white line because that's fine. So I'm going to go down here. Ooh. Okay, that needs sharpening. I'm going to cut that. Not sharpening, new blade, but it still cuts card, so I leave it until it doesn't cut card anymore. I'm not going to see that. So. It's a way of using these papers up as well, which we're all for. Okay, so this is why, you know, I do sort of like my stitching and things like that, because I can do things like this and just stitch it together, and then I can create pockets. And it goes that way. Okay, yep, it's going to be fine. Okay, but what I'm going to do on the end there is put some washi tape to strengthen that piece. What have I got? Actually, I might as well use this up here. Okay, I think I'll trim that off in a minute. Just glue that down. Yep. Before I stitch it, I just lightly tack it. Keep it in place on the 3 sides there. Okay. Okay, like that. And then we've got a pocket for something to go in there as well. Perfect. Okay, I do need to add some green to that because it's a bit blue. But we can do that later on. I'm just trying to show you the basis. Right, let's have it. Yep, I'm going to put it in this one. I think if I can find yep, it's going to go there, isn't it? Or should we just put it as an extra page, if you know what I mean? So it goes there. And that's the pocket. And then that goes there. So it's like a flip, the pocket there. And I'm going to stitch that onto there because I can't put it, normally I would do something like that. Okay, and put that in. And then that would be my pocket, but I don't want to cover that up. I'm still going to use it, so I'm going to do that. Okay, so it's going to be like an add-on. And that's the way you would do things if your actual journal's already made up. You can do this, but it just sits better like that. So, okay, put that in there. Yep. So what I'm going to do here is just glue up there. Okay, so that's done. And that's our pocket there where, yeah, you can cover that if you want. I'm okay with that for the minute. And then you've got your pocket here, nice big one, yeah. And then this is the bit that goes into the journal. Okay. And then there's that. And then it'll be stitched in there. Okay. And that's that one. I do feel that might have to come in a little bit just there. Might just have to take a little bit off that, but that's okay. So it just depends whether I can get that right in. Actually, no, that's fine. Just when it's stitched in, it will sit in there deeper. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so that's that one. Number 2. So I don't have to totally do them up because I'll do them up later. I'm not sure whether I'm going to put one in here because that's got 2 pockets. That's got 2 large pockets in. So I might. This one feels still a bit thin even with that. And the other one's thick. That's got that pocket in, so I think I'm going to leave it for now. Okay, because I just feel there's quite a bit in here. I think that's enough. Right, yeah. So I designed these on the Cricut. So then it's called a slotted pocket. Okay, it's quite easy to do really. So I've done that. I'm not sure whether these are going to be available. Honestly, because you would have to, if you haven't got a cutting machine, you'd have to cut these out individually, which can be a bit of a pain. Okay, but I wanted to do something to go in a journal, so big. And I'm also going to do, that one's 5, I think. I want to do, no, 4, so that it'll be just under 4 in a TN. And then I'm going to do one 5.5 by 7.5. Okay, this one's, well, it should be 4, but by 7. Okay, so it's literally gonna fill the page, which I think could be quite interesting. So it'll be up there. Yep. Let's have a look. Am I going to stitch around my, so I'm just thinking if I'm going to put this in, I don't want to stitch that down, but I might be putting some lace on the front there. I think I will. So I'm going to do the lace now, all right, before I stick that in. Yeah, I think I've got enough big pockets, if you know what I mean. If I do any more, it's going to be huge, this journal. Already, and I haven't got nothing in it yet. Right, let's find some lace then. Right, before I continue, I better talk a little bit about my signatures. Right, I work on the basis of me personally. On this one, I'm doing 3 signatures. Okay, I'll just put that back. I work on, I think it's 9 pages. Okay, so I'll put 9 in. Yeah, some of that might go. All right, because time I put things in and everything, it gets fatter. Okay, and what I've done is I've used some of the new bits and some French ephemera there. Well, that's a big pocket that I've done. All right, so this is, you know, and I make sure I get some plain pages in, things like that. I love this because it actually looks like honeycomb. Looks like a beehive. I think it was a bit of lace that I lent it on when it was tea stained. There's a big doily there, that looks quite nice. Yeah, so I work about 9, but it can go up or down from that. It really depends. Okay, so I don't stick to any rules. I really don't. Right, is this one, which you'll, hopefully you would have seen this pocket. I'm doing for that first, and then I've got another one. Oh, I'm not using this one in here because it's the wrong colour. It's just that I was playing to see if it fitted before I cut it out on my Tim Holtz paper. So I didn't want to waste Tim Holtz, so I won't be using that one. And I wanted to make sure it fitted, the tags fit inside a little bit. I have to cut them down just slightly, and I've used an original eco dye paper there. Okay, I think you would have seen this as well by the time do that. It's a little pocket. I haven't decorated that, so that's what I've done so far. Okay, and that's plain in the center because I might put something in there yet. So, but I do work on about 9, so that's 1, 2, 3, another eco dye there, 4. So now we've got an extra one, you see, but that's 5, 6, 7, 8, yeah, 9. Okay, subject to change. Right, and my cover is one of these. I might have shown it, I can't remember. That I've done loads up. I'll post a video in the description box of the tutorial for these. I just do loads up. This is my last one. I've got that one that I found, didn't I, the other day for something else I was doing. So that suited that one, and then I've got my B one. It is blue. There's not much, but it's a bluey green, so I'm okay. And there is bits of blue going through this journal. Do you know what I mean? So I'm okay with it. If I put that one in like the front, I mean you won't see that anyway, but you see it's only there. I know it seems skinny, but that won't end like that. So that's with the toilet roll things. I think it should be about 2 inches. Yeah, it's about 2 1/4 inches. It works out at something like that. And then I'll put 3 signatures in, and they'll sit in there lovely. Okay, until I put lace on and everything. So I put this away for a bit. Yeah, that was that one, wasn't it? Yeah, with the tags and toppers that I'd done. So yeah, and I had that was all lying around, and this that's going to go in here. So that's going to become a journal, and that is the topper I made for it recently. Yeah, that was the freebie, wasn't it? So, oh, bug, little paper mite, I think. Yeah, so that's one of the other ones. You would have thought I'd made that to go with that. So, and I never had that in mind at all, because I literally did not know I had it. Well, I know I'd made them, but it was at the back. And yeah, that is my last 2. So I have got to make a load more up, because I actually, they really do come in handy. If I spend a day making a load of them, with all different fabrics and things like that. And it was like, you know, I'll do a blue one, a green one, but I knew I was going to do a bead journal at some point. It's going in here. That suits that page there. So let's go in there. So we'll put the lace on this. I'll most probably go through and put some lace on. And then I think what I'll do, I'll go through and put the lace on because it's a bit tedious to watch. And then I'll come back and just show you where I've put it for now, because I mean, it doesn't change, but I might add more later on. So like I say, I change the way I do journals every time I do them because that's what makes it interesting for me. Yeah. I'll just show you how I put one bit on and then I do the rest the same, but I don't stick to the same lace. This is a very fine one and I do stitch mine in as well. Okay, and I'm going to stitch that on first and then stick that one in. Okay, might do a little bit of stamping actually first with this one here. Okay, I'm going to cut down mine and use that. Well, they are separate, but I'm just cutting down the plastic so I can use that as to stamp it with. Don't have to take it off that then. Right, I want a lighter one than that. Oh, I've got vintage photo in that, haven't I? That'll be perfect. Okay, that's really nice actually. I have no idea where I got that from. Or did I get it off? I think I typed it in Amazon actually. I think I typed in honeycomb stamp and that one come up. Okay, so I've got that, and that was that and that come up, but they were together. So yeah, it's quite good for texture that, but I wanted it for that, and that's really exactly how I wanted it because I wanted it small because the other one I got is massive. So I'm just wondering whether I want any spray on that. No, I don't think I do. I'm going to stitch that and then we can glue this in. Okay, that's all stitched around. This hurts, me covering that up. It really does. I had to do the flaps at the side a little bit shallower because of seeing them through here. First one I done, I could see it and I thought, no. So I sort of just took a bit off of the flaps. Just got to make sure the bottom one is always over the top, yeah. I do tend to take things like that for granted when I show. I forget, but sometimes there's new people, you know, watching all the time. And hello. And thank you for joining us. I'm very, very thankful. Okay. And these, let me see. This one is a little bit too short, really, but just to show you that it did fit in. All I done was trimmed a little bit off each side to get in that. That one might be too big. Yeah, I would do a smaller one there. But another one there, but if we add an extension on that one, and then as you go down you have to do smaller tags because you've got less space there. And you could actually get a massive one behind it all, but you're best to put all these in first and then put that one in. That's great.